Hey, everybody. Back again to build glorious, beloved, perfect factory. Today, we gotta start out with some chores, right? There's some stuff we have to do first. Oh yeah, I remember this. I looked around. Oh, I'm almost out. We have one stack left. We have to get the energy drinks up and going real fast. Where am I over here? I ran too far. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I thought for a second I had an idea, but apparently I did not. All right, problem, right? Lead not going. Why is lead not going? Tailings full. Oh no. Well, who is in charge of hooking up the tailings line? Well, apparently that was me. I probably should have delegated that one to someone else, right? And that's tailings right there. And we will jump nicely over. It'll be nice and symmetrical. And then link you back in. All right, good. Tailings now running again. Do I go check out what's happening down in Leadtown? Ah, this is Moe again. Because now everything can flow forward. Because we were overflowing into waste silver. So it was working. My plan was working. The system was reporting that lead was full up. I mean, it was actually tailings, but the system interprets that as lead. And was making emergency waste silver. And that's what we got. All right, great. And then 4 electrolyzers in the chlorine line have no saline. Let's go take a look at that, right? And then that'll bring us to present day, right? It's further up somewhere in this neighborhood, yeah? Right down there. So now that the saline water problem is a thing of the past, and we have as much saline as we could ever want, and the biofluid network is bringing it in cleanly, and everything is good and wonderful. We have to address the primary threat to the factory, which is the designer. And we did not, I repeat, not ever hook this up, which was wonderful of us. Absolutely great. So how are we doing on chlorine production? We come over here as per design, and then I don't like how it trickles in so slowly. Do I have to pump this out? Or is it getting even with this and it's not sucking it up? I don't know how this works, which is, well, that's misleading. Hold on a second. This says must contain at least 500 fluid to be active. But I know for a fact it's not even considered for a delivery until there's at least 10,000. That's hard-coded into it. That description should probably change. And I'm probably the only person to do that, right? Okay, fine. All right, so today we got to get to energy drink before we run out because we need that stuff to live. I need to inject it directly into my veins. And before I do that, I want to review... Oh, we're going to do Zogna, too. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Energy drink, then Zogna. So let's just review, right? So we bring in... And this is making the chlorate. Okay, so that's old. And this is, we make all sorts of molasses. And then we make tier 2 molasses, or type B. And that's... used only for ethanol, right? Here, let's review. Let's review the entire thing. Type A molasses right here goes into sweet syrup right there, or molasses. And the barrel is used for nothing. All right, so the complete world of type A molasses is used right here. There's no need to export it. Type B molasses is used for the wastewater cycle, which we're not going to be doing that. We make wastewater using Xylopho larva. And over here we make ethanol. And is there any use for the barrel? No. So the entire world of type B molasses is right here. And so all I have to do is export ethanol, and ethanol is used in a lot of stuff. I think this probably has to go into tanks, especially because... What am I even looking at? Dithiophosporic acid. Diethyl dithiophosporic acid. Got it. So this should probably be done out in the phosphate line. Since it's just taking pentasulfide and adding something to it, that should be done out there. Not today. Great news. But I don't see a lot of use out in the stacks, you know, out in the primary ore production stacks. So I guess it just goes on to the biofluid network, question mark? Yeah, I guess so. All right, that's fine. We made our decision there. Did I happen to... Yeah, the mushrooms are right there. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so then we go over with type A molasses. We make sweet syrup. And sweet syrup is used only to make sugar, and the barrel is used for nothing. So yes, just make sugar. So the entire world of sweet syrup is right there. Are we full up on sugar? That's nice. Sugar has to be put in a box somewhere because it has uses. So that has to go to material sorting somewhere. And I'll figure that out. When, how, I don't know. Also, I don't know. Oh, we can go one step closer to gastrocapacitor. That's good. There's kind of zero chance of me doing this, right? Just absolute negative chance of me doing this. It's so complex for something that's so easy to make in bulk. All right, we're not doing that. So sugar then goes to concentrated seed syrup, and that hasn't stopped yet. And this does have a use in barrel format. So this probably goes on the biofluid network. So ethanol is on biofluid, concentrated syrup is on biofluid, and it also goes over here. All right. So we need one box for sugar cubes. And we have to finish this, I suppose. Well, we'll finish this when Zogna comes over. We're going to have to bring in Zogna bacteria. Which I suppose we could just do right now. All right, while we're thinking about it, let's just do it. It's like right here. So it's just going to be a competition, right? We're going to consume all these lines. And while that is unfortunate, lines do need to be consumed for forward progress. That would be an interesting challenge. Beat Factorio without consuming a single fluid line, either horizontal or vertical. So all buildings would have to be shoved directly against their inputs and outputs, or you use straight pipe for everything, which is its own fun little challenge right there. All right, so best thing to do is to take this, like so, just like that. And we want to provide, no, we want to receive, excuse me. Receiver. And you are going to receive Zogna. Zog. And just fill up, I suppose, even though it's here. We're going to try a new paradigm. I probably should have not done that. Zog. There. New paradigm, new way of being. We're going to see just how one receiver works. And then don't block myself off, right? Okay. Ethanol needs to make it to the party. So right here, you will have two providers. Providers always have two, I think. That's the doctrine. And then, like, this tank is kind of obsolete because it only holds 30K, and the provider tanks themselves hold 100K now. So, all right, well, that's on its way. This will, once I get Zogna up, that'll happen. All right, so that works. Next up, seed syrup. Concentrated seed syrup needs to find a way out. And I guess that happens right here, right? And again, being a provider, give me the P tank. And right there, and right there, and where can I tap in? Like right here is natural, but it's also kind of wrong. It stopped. It stopped because it's over. Yeah, system is throttled correctly so that it will not make biomass. It won't make any decay products without something going terribly wrong. All right, so that works. And then we're going to bring over the seed syrup. Here, we're just going to do it. Seed syrup comes up. Seed syrup comes over. And then we have to make energy drink right here. And we really do not need this many. Yeah, it makes 2.8 a second. So what we do need, though, is an aerial outpost here. And an aerial outpost here. And then we need to distribute these relatively equally, right? In order to make it look like perhaps someone with a functioning brainstem paid attention to this at some point. Maybe not the entire time while it's being constructed, but at some point there was a conscious presence associated with this project. It looks like we put the gap in the middle right there. Okay, so now all we need is water. We need 2 water pump jacks, which is unfortunate. And we also need to get carbon dioxide in order to run all of these. Like, just obviously, well, okay, maybe it isn't quite so obvious. Right there. And then we will bring in, I suppose this is the way to do it, right? And then that will be aluminum in, like so, like so. And the stack inserter is just the peak of vanity right here. Because it's just never ever going to be needed. It's just so overkill. Why am I even doing this? What is wrong with me that would bring me to this place? So many things, my friends. So many things. All right, and so then we want out and out and out. I don't even think we need a full aerial caravan here, but again, vanity is. And then like so, yeah. And then I say like so. Whale. We really don't need whales. I really, really, really don't need whales. And we're just going to use normal caravans here. Dinosaur hungry. And then I want you to go get aluminum for me. Right here. I want you to fill your cargo. And like right there. And I want you to empty that cargo. This is still vanity. Oh, he's not close. I should probably fix that too one day. All right, and then we'll make a box for energy drinks later because energy drinks are used in quite a few things, actually. Wow. All right. Okie dokie. So, yeah, this will have to be in a box just like the sugar. Okay, is fine. Is this like in a line? Yeah, it is lined up. That's nice. Okay, and we got all this space up here to do something with. What that's going to be, I don't know. Let's finish this off. Then let's go make Zogna bacteria just because we can, right? And then after that, starting on aluminum, which is unfortunately quite doomed. Here, we should bring carbon dioxide in before I start hooking stuff up. Oops, excuse me. How much CO2 do you use? Let's try it. Let's try it with just one receiver. Let's see what the difference is. So I can always add another one, right? There you go. So CO2 being requested. And we have a tank, even though that tank's so much better. All right, let's get the... Oh, I made a mistake. Here, back with you. There. We will instead consume this line because it's going to be very tidy. Plug in, my friend. Celebrate life. There we go. That's what I want. Then right there, and then seed syrup for everybody. And I'm taking that. Oh, no, friend. Okay, all right, complication. Complication is I am not an intelligent individual, but we'll get through it. Okay, so you need water. There's your seed syrup. Good. It's interesting that my stores of soda lasted a good 200 hours. It just means there's so much room to drink more, right? That's what I'm reading into this anyway. Yeah, like this. Exactly like this. Excellent. Good job. Okay, right there. And right there. And nope. Nah, that wasn't fast enough. All right, it's going to be a while before the CO2 hits, right? So maybe we take a little pause. Well, first off, we got to hook up everything. And there is no hope here. There will be no good line with nice, straight, square edges. No, in this place, the edges don't meet properly. The lines are all wrong. Geometry seems not to be real here. Pythagoras looks at it and just uncontrollably vomits. Yes, the factory. All right, so I kind of wish I could click on this and see if there is anyone tasked for it. But I guess that would be a... What's this guy doing? What are you doing? He doesn't have anything. Huh, I wonder why that guy has nothing. Like, we have a conga line of everyone else coming, and that works really well. But why is that guy empty? That's some sort of defect. I can only hope that it's something to do with just me setting this up, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a deficiency with myself, deep in my soul. Or, you know, as a programmer, which will shock absolutely no one who has ever worked with me. Computers are a special hell. So we're almost there, and I'm kind of obligated just to stand here and watch them, right? Because this guy has just he's got nothing in him. Like, at very least, this should not trigger the... Wait, where are you going? You're not on target. You're trying to... Oh, he's picking up. He wanted the drilling fluid. Oh, there's no problem. I am the problem. Okay, I accept that. That's pretty me right there. All right, energy drink. The entire purpose of this entire little project being made. Now we don't have a lot of seed syrup? I don't understand that. Oh, give it to me. Let me rub it on my skin. Okay, we shall never be uncaffeinated again. Okay, good. All right, I can breathe a sigh of relief. Why don't we have just infinite seed syrup here? Byakua's. We should have this tank. Oh, the tank is gone? I must have wiped out the tank when I flushed the line. No, it got sucked into the providers. That's what happened. Oh, all right. That's okay. These guys are just going to have to work harder now. And what's your problem? No seed extract? Oh, it's because just limited guar beans coming in. All right. This is still plenty fast, right? And that's fine. And occasionally even more guar gum lands. And that's fine. And this is fine. It's going to back up and everything's going to be fine eventually, right? Or perhaps not. Entirely possible. But let's tie this off. Let's put in storage containers for sugar and energy drink. And then wire that into the alarm system. Then go do Zogna. Then get ethanol online. And with ethanol online, everything will be good, right? So where do I put this? Like right here, I suppose. Because it's near the guar gum, essentially. Like that's the entire rationale. All right, fine. We will organize that on this principle. It is near a thing built near the thing. That makes sense, right? Pretty sure that is pure distilled Aristotelian logic. Irrefutable. Oh, Mr. Dinosaur. Right here, friend. Please do a lap. And I'm going to want a provider chest right here. You're going to be energy drink. Right there. And I'm going to add to personal logistics. I must be caffeinated. There we go. Bring me a whole stack of it. I guess we only need one stack of it, right? Okay. And so we're going to have to hook all this up, and that's fine. I'll make it work. Dinosaur. You are bringing energy drink over. So, dinosaur hungry. And then add destination. Go get the energy drinks. Go get them. Do not drink them. Oh, we're making so much. Do not drink this. I don't know what it will do to your physiognomy. Physiology? Physiology, that's the word. Physiognomy is another thing. All right, so now just a proper whale for the sugar. Whale hungry. And then go get the sugar. Go get it. Fill your cargo. Come right here. Empty that cargo. And then, oh, my last of my whale shots. Why is that guy derping around? No, serious question. You saw that, right? That was a wandering whale. Yeah, this guy. You're out. You are completely out of energy. But, oh, you don't have whale hungry. Why not? Huh. I must have just neglected to do that. How are we doing on food here? I suppose I should ask the important question, right? And we're doing great. We're doing just fine. So, no problem, right? That's where I'm reading off of this. I'm reading there are no issues whatsoever. And now we have issues. Well, first off, I have to wire these guys in. They're talking to each other, but they're not talking to the network. And that's great. And then this probably has to come like this too. There. You can talk the talk with everybody. Now, these guys are not in the right spot. Where do you have to be to link onto this? Oh, wow. Oh, it is the beating heart of no bueno right here. Okay, so how far can we reach? I really need the next bioport, the ports, right? Oh, it goes only to right here. Like, do I just have to until I get better roboports? Is there any solution for this? Can I go off of over here somehow? Maybe? Am I just doomed to do this? All right. This is a temporary action. I insist. I insist that this is only temporary, and one day I'll do something correctly. But for right now, we are just making that energy drink. And the limiting factor is guar beans. And it'll eventually go a little faster when I get better botanical gardens, but that's it. But anyway, it's time to go back in. It's time to go get some more animal friends. And then it is time to go do Zogna, right? Oh, you're really low on animal friends. We might have to go get more. Yeah. So I know without looking, I'm going to need incubators, right? Probably quite a lot of incubators. So they have to be here. 100% right there. Incubator Mark II. And we're going to take them all. Probably not going to need them, but, well, we're probably going to need them. So let's just, oh, we're out of vessel to ground. No vessel to ground leads to problems, yes? What we need right now is heat. Oh, I didn't grab a coal power plant. I need 2 of them, I think. I should have thought before I left, but it would be a very different kind of factory if I did not just fling myself joyously into the future. All right, so what we got here? You got to make Zogna. We got to go get more whales. There's no way around it. Let's put this filter back. You don't need all of these secondary crushers. Definitely don't need all these hydrocyclones. Let me do the job of the bots. These guys really should be resorting this, but they're slacking so hard. We need more. We need more of everything, honestly. We don't have a lot of room in our inventory. So, guess we're gonna have to figure out our way around that, right? All right, so next, we can probably even do this. We don't need that for a while. All right, so you eat 6 megawatts. Oh, and they can be efficiency to hell, right? Okay, so let's not think about that bad thing I just said. Do I not have any of these? I really don't. Again, with the ugliness, my bearing and comportment. So you get efficiency. And then we can even get it down further with a beacon, but I probably won't. So this is like 10 to 1. That's already not going to work. It's already too much. So come with me. So let's get 2 coal power plants. 2? 2 of them? Do we have any ability to make them yet? Well, we have 2 of them right here, so count our blessings, I suppose. All right, let's go get some more whales. We should need more ground dinosaurs too, but we just use more whales than anything else nowadays. In Whale Town, there we go. Come with me. Let me just leave this place immediately. Come in, kidnap a bunch of whales, offer no explanation, leave. Good. All right, we're gonna need a bit more food, right? So give me that, and you can have that back. All right, now we try again. We have a source of heat. We have a city block reserved for something needing heat. Right here. Okay, so what are we going to do? I'm thinking 2 lines of Zogna. Where are you, coal power plant? Which was in front of me but a moment ago, and now is completely lost in my inventory. Right there. So I should probably have gotten heat pipe too. So like, this is kind of what we're after, right? I'm going to just do 2 lines right here. That should be sufficient Zogna, maybe. I wonder how many we can squeeze in. 1, 2, Well, and we also have to bring in the material too. 3, 4, 5. And we need to bring in lamp, wood, and petri dish. Do I try to do that with just one whale? Maybe. Put down one of these then. So something like this. Leave a bit more of a gutter here. Yeah, something like this. And we see just if we can fill up this entire space, right? So you're all Zogna'd. Give me more. I'm going to need so many more efficiency modules. So this is 5 times 2.4, which is 12. So yes, pretty easily. And then we can get it down to 2, right? Or 1.6, something like that. And then like so. Then we move it down a little more even. I kind of want to put another block right here because this would be 10 and this would be too much for this unless I beacon it, which I very well can. We don't have a room for a via, but there we go. So we'll have this. Well, wait, this isn't going to really work, right? We're going to have a snake belt, right? Or just not do stack inserters, which is also a possibility. Fire line in the back, right? So you just come straight through like that. And then we'll have a hot line over here somewhere. I don't know how that's going to work out. And then if I want more, like if we do a line, problem is we need 3 material things in. At minimum 2 lines. And so this has to be snake belt time. Like so. Like so. Then Koopy. V. And like that. And stack inserters are just so not needed here, but I have to, right? I can't stop. And then we'll just say, we'll name them. This is Petri. And then this will be wood. Oh, excuse me. Wood right there. And then the other thing is lamp. I love lamp. All right, so just like that. And then we Koopy this a couple times and this works out, right? And then we just try to figure out how we're going to stuff everything in like that, and we bring power over somehow. Can we HU? No, we can't. It doesn't go properly. So, no, that doesn't work. Oh, help me, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so that's hooked up. No. Okay, so... Wait, how is this work? Oh, that's flipped upside down. Oh, so this is kind of going to be a hell of pipes, isn't it? Huh. Suppose I could move all this over by 1 and make it easier on myself. But it makes it harder over there. So, you know, trade-offs. So like so. Then over there, over there, over there, over there. And then obviously same thing on the bottom. Right there, right there, right there, right there. And right there. And we'll put the hot air in somehow. Or the pressurized air. You know, we'll staple it over there, over here. I'll figure it out. And that just leaves Zogna in the middle. Which is fine. Completely fine. So we are getting close to having a prototype, right? And then that will all be collected on mushrooms some way or another. So you right here, you will come in big V. Oh, don't put the pipes down, please. That's not what I wanted. Paste. Oh, okay, do it again. Big V, big H. That's what we wanted. Not that. Okay, so here we have a unit. And if I want to do more, like, do I want to do more? I mean, it's 80 Zogna a second when it's running. Do I just kind of call it at this and say this is all right for right now? Because it's kind of tidy if I do that, right? Like, it can be prodded, not prodded, but efficiencyed some more. And then all can run off this. And then we'll have only one in. Oh, excuse me. And it would be easier to align everything by doing it a little farther south. So I think we have a winner here in this general idea. And then we'll have at least baby's first Zogna online. Okay, let's do this. So you go right there, and then you do whatever you can. Pick that up, pick that up. And then we will link this around right here. So it's kind of opposite how we normally do it. Zogna will be mushroomed up here and then get out. And then I suppose what we need to do, we don't need a lot of the pressurized air. So I guess we put it right there. Maybe just one pressure pump. It's all that's needed. Something like this. Make pressurized air. And then all that's necessary is this. And then stapling it somewhere. Okay. I believe. And then right here. Right there. And then right here. And then right there. Okay. I think this is coming together. Now, the hard part, of course, will be adding in the extra special heat generation stuff. But that is not going to be that difficult. All right, so let's bring over ash. Let's bring over briquettes. That is ash. That is briquette. So I guess what we need to do is right here. And then I really should get started with the briquettes as soon as possible, right? It's going to take forever to heat up this thing. So let's go all the way over here and just run up, dunk those in, start working, sir. And then you will come over a good couple, and then you're going to go straight up. And this line right here will almost certainly be interrupted again because I am going to put more heat consuming things here. So I really should have put this at the bottom, right? If I was being serious about anything ever in my life. All right, so yeah, you're doing that, you're doing your thing. And then the opposite has to happen over here. And we have a little bit of a problem. Not a big bit of a problem, just a little bit. Right there. Okay, go this way, my friend. Run, 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 run. Then we have to ash out somehow, which we should probably do in the first position right here. For compactness. Right there. Ash out. Done. This is heating up real fast. Are you guys heating up? Ah, that's why. because it isn't actually hooked up. Right. Understood. Got it. There you go. And okay, that I understand now. We should electrify this, right? Shock the world with the light of our lives. That will be in, and then this is out, so that gets trimmed. And then we just hook it up like this. Oh, that's not a happy story at all. You know, we have to do like this, and we have to... What did I just pick up? Sorry. The worms in the head. You know what I mean. Of course you do. So there's just no convenient way to do this side. And the resulting graph looks like... looks really bad. All right, don't look at that. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. It's not important. All right, so last thing we need to do is get a whale involved. And this whale has to go shopping. What's our number? Our number is lamp stack to 50, right? I think it does. Where did I put primitive consumables? Lamp stack to 50. All right, so 2, 7, 9. Our number's 10. Our number's 900. That's a nice, easy number. All right, whale, come here. You're doing a job. Whale hungry. I want you to go. Okay, hold on. 152. 152. I want you to go and click on the wrong thing again. Fantastic. 152. Go get lamp. Lamp is at the place I was just looking at. Load items until caravan has lamp equals 900. Then I need you to go get wood. That's over in the wood stack, and it's 5. So load items until caravan has wood. Quantity 4,500. And the last thing is petri dish, right? Which should be right over here, I would think. Right there. Weird place to put it. Load until caravan has petri dish. In quantity, it's 2, right? That's what I said. Here, let's check. Yeah, I said 2. All right, good. And that's all you need right there. And you probably want to switch that up. And add destination here. You wait for circuit condition, which is comparator equals go. And then until target, and then after that, until target. This is wood. This is lamp. This is petri dish. Right there, right there, right there. And it's 4,500, 900, and then 1,800. All right, you are ready to go, my friend. There, you have been fed. Go and do your notorious business. And then lastly, right here, wood, lamp, petri dish. Okay, good. And that's ready. Now the far one just has lamp on it, so you start over here. You pull out lamp, please. Like so. And then over and in, and you're doing great. Fantastic work. And bang, 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 bang. We need Petri. Oh yeah, Good. And then after that, it's wood. That's right. Then you come over just like your friend over there. And Zogna is used in many things, but those things don't require a lot of Zogna. So this is our situation. Are you coming back? Are you ready? Is this what I'm seeing right here? Where are you, buddy? You gotta be almost here. Almost. Yeah. All right, whale has arrived. The bounty of the factory flows onto the belt. And I guess we have to finish actually building this then, right? Is this going to start? Yeah, that's going. We got to get this going. Okay. Someone should have warned me this wasn't done yet. Why didn't anyone help me here? Why am I always doing this myself? All right there. And this is, we're not putting up enough power to run all of these without putting a beacon in somewhere. I guess we didn't leave much for beacon space here. And this is pretty, it benefits from beacon space a lot. I kind of probably should have done this differently. Ah, well. Not the first time I have said those words. But the important thing is, for right now, things are all right. He says, without even the slightest hint of irony. All right, so right there. Then we will hook in our usual 2 provider tanks. P-tank, P-tank. And then right there. Fix that. Oh, I should have gotten more. Oh, I didn't have the inventory space, right? Okay, there we go. Zogna online. And it's going to be a while before it picks up enough to actually go because it's made in such small quantities. Like it's going to be running at 800 a second, 80 a second here, which is just not a lot. just isn't a lot, guys. Yeah, I really should have done something about beacons here. This is just bad all around. I'll have to remove a couple. You know, like this row and then bring it in closer and then just beacon the snot out of it. But that's going to be really hard because it uses heat. All right. I don't know if I have done good or bad. I have done simply a thing. Here, let's trim this. And then we get to move on. We get to go to aluminum now. We should check. We should finish ethanol, right? We never did that. Or maybe we did. I can't remember. The episode is already a blur. Over here. Yeah, we did finish this off. And that we should have Zogna coming in eventually. We should check back in, and then we might have ethanol ready. And this doesn't take much. See, it just isn't used that much. All right, it's time to do aluminum. And it's time to get serious, everybody. Oh, I probably should have put that away. It's time to get serious now, everybody. Ignore what was happening. It wasn't serious enough. So our current situation, we have to get rid of that. Scan this over. Should probably put the pulp mill back yet again. But then again, I'm probably going to need it again throughout this. All right, let's talk about aluminum. It's the life cycle of aluminum. We're going to have to start taking notes, right? Up here. Aluminum proc. Aluminium prop. There we go. So first thing you do, you take the ore, and this is just like with lead, and then it's a 5-to-1 crushing step. Only it's worse because aluminum ore is mined slower than lead ore. So we're already setting ourselves up to not have a lot of aluminum available. I should consider doing 2 full city blocks of this in the beginning. Yeah, we should consider that. All right, so let's try. We need ball mill, possibly ×2. I think maybe I will because it's such a huge contraction. And it only takes 1 second. Look at that. Whereas lead proc, that takes 3 seconds. So no, I will not do. Okay. I will not do 2 city blocks of this. I will only do 1. It uses a lot of ore, but it's fast. All right, and then it just goes straight into molten aluminum. So level 2 is now we need stuff. We need mixer. And then after mixer is an agit. We must get agited. And then we're probably going to be using this recipe right here because of the Van Abin problem. So electric arc. We're going to have to fall back on this method of producing aluminum because, again, this throws off vanidates. And I have no way of consuming them right now, and I will have no way of consuming them until after I get arthropod blood up and going. Here, let's write this down. We need leaching station, leaching, followed by agit ×2. So let's just put a ×2 on agit. Then we have to make a hydroclassifier. This again is going to require a ton of math. And then evap. Probably have enough online. And then this goes into electrolyzer. Followed by, then we make more arc furnaces. Okay, so we're going to put ×2 on arc furnace. Why would you ever do that? Oh, this is the aluminum 2.5 recipe right here. And then if you go all the way, this is the aluminum 3 recipe. All right. And then it's even in a centrifuge. All your electricity belongs to us. And what are you? Ammonium mixture. So you get the sodium aluminate, and then you make ammonium mixture. What are you used for? You're used in guanidine hydrochloride, and you are used in plutonium peroxide. Is this new? Did I just do this before and I forgot about it? I mean, let's not think about that one too hard, right? All right, let's not think about that hard at all. So what we need is arthropod blood. Because if we just keep walking this back up, like right here, then vanadium solution, blue liquor, vanabins. This is where we have to get on the bus. Vanabin barrels are used in things. Good to know. All right, don't look at that. But we need arthropod blood. And this recipe is a lie. It doesn't exist. It needs an intrepid modder to take it out again. And then it's just dealing with creatures I don't have. Like, I would love to do a recipe like this, but it's far away. It's just far away. Like, just isn't going to happen, guys. The only way to get the blood is the hard way. You got to pull it all apart. Like, I imagine, like, you can get 170 blood out of 1 Zipir, or else you can just, I'm assuming this represents just throwing it in a blender, right? Or else you can pull it apart carefully and get stuff. All right, I don't know. But this is where we are doing it right now, getting it from Zilipho, and we're not going to be doing this for a while, so Tough, I guess. So vanadium processing is going to have to wait for a much later date. It's probably going to be the exact last thing I do because it's going to be on the other side of animal science. And I want to put that off for a long time. So this entire um, production line is going to seize up when I can't get rid of these vanidates because there's just no easy way to get rid of them until I get into the vanadium processing line. And I'm not going to have that until I have arthropod blood. And I could suppose I could make it and then like barrel it up from the South factory or something and just use it like that. That seems real weird, doesn't it? I mean, I might. Honestly, it's not a terrible, terrible idea now that I think about it. Maybe I will do that. Maybe we do vanadium next, just to make this aluminum line complete and fuel it with barreled arthropod blood from the South factory, where I know we just make it and then we vent it. All right, that's a plan. Vanadium's next, and then we'll tie it in, and then this will run forever, and we will have actual, real good aluminum. Got it. All right. So I think we have all our buildings, right? So we are ready to go. All right, so let's just start scraping stuff up and then make a few different areas. And we'll be back. Everyone knows we're going to be back, right? Just get some mixers. Yeah. Here, 2 full stacks of mixers. They all look like just different swirls. Oh my god. All right, okay, over here. Okay, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Because we have the power of energy drink. I got to get rid of these bio things. We're not going to be using the bioreactors for a very long time. Ditto with botanical nurseries. We are going to be needing some windmills. And just take another one just to be sure. And we will need a lot of hands. All right, inventory almost all the way filled. Awesome. Time to go do some good, right? So first thing to do, of course, is to make the aluminum drop off, which is the easiest and most pleasant part of this entire process. So right here, right here, we have to play pipe games. So right here, just grab all you. Just all of this comes straight down. And then you are going to be here. Yes, yes. And it doesn't quite fit in because of the boric acid line. But I could fix that, right? Just do the best you can. Wait, no, it's fine. That's good. And then the other half of that, which is these things. Then you go right there. Okay, great. And now we have to get rid of all the superfluous stuff. Oh, we're going to need a lot more. We have to go get more vessels. No excuse for it. So that's obviously not how we want to live our life. The boric acid line can be adjusted. And there we go. We have aluminum in. Beautiful. And then down here, we're going to do this, of course. Just staple it right into the system, TM patent pending. Right there. All right. So we'll have aluminum in, and then clip that. Now we talk about aluminum out, right? Ball mills. And this is super duper fast, and it's small. I think I might have to remake this one, right? Aluminum's right here. All right, so we powder this guy. And this is 1 in, 2 out in a ball mill. I think this might be unique. This is bigger, that's bigger, that's bigger, and that's bigger. This is unique. I have to remake this from nothing. Well, that's a little distressing, isn't it? So what we're going to do, here, let's just get some inspiration. Go back to the source. And we'll just say, here, we'll get a core block, but not one that has a pipe in it. There we go. A nice core block right here. And we want to convert this to being aluminumized. So pull up all you are never real. And then right here, you can see well, it actually fits. It's just scaled wrong. A little wrong right now. That doesn't exist. I think that goes farther south, right? Okay. So what we have here is then the aluminum ore comes in right here and enters into the building. The building annihilates the powdered aluminum. Where do we put the beacons? Where's the beacon space here? I suppose it's on the outline. Okay, so it's in between instead of in the corners. Like maybe right here. That's a great space for it, actually. So what we'd want is to move this closer in, and then the beacon space is on the outside. Let's do that right now. Just push them all the way towards the center. And you have blown up some walls. Congratulations. And this is kind of off-center, isn't it? I mean, even if it is by design off-center, that's better, right? Except this now has to go over further. All right, so situation here. Ore comes in on this line, heads south. Gets turned into powder. Powder comes out right here. Aluminium powder. So like there, like there, like there, and then like there. Great, fantastic. And then the other product is gravel. And you come out like so. Good, good, good. All right, so that works pretty well in my opinion. And this will serve as, well, how can we do this? If we assume something like this, right? Thank you, autosave. So it's quite a bit tighter than the other ones because they're smaller, right? Because we take this is going to be the same number of buildings, but it's like half a building smaller. So I suppose I just bring it over a little bit. I can't put another cube in. Yeah. So I just kind of center it a little more. Or leave more vias in, you know. If I have the space, I might as well try to make life easier for myself in the future by doing that. That seems like a fine way to do it, right? Here, let's bring over the distributor and use that to guide our path. Okay, right there. And then you get put right there. And this is what we have to line up with. Maybe we just line up with like it's nothing. Like the buildings are all the same size. Like this is one off. So let's just say we do not acknowledge anything different is happening here. That seems like a wonderful way to go about it, honestly. If one that's guaranteed to annoy the bots the absolute most. So 3 spaces in between everyone. And in return, what? What, I say? Right there. And so we have, why is this going this way when it should be that way? I can't help but think that that was a rogue keystroke at some point. All right, so this is kind of our key right here. And it needs to be further up here. I'm sorry, bots, your labors are not yet accomplished. Right there, I think. As the bots snarl, what do you mean you think? What do you mean you think? Monkey, I want you to get this done right. Okay, let's go check on Zogna. See how we're doing over there. This has been churning for a little bit, right? And picked up, yes. Zogna just got picked up, which might mean that ethanol is being made. Zogna is here. No type B molasses. So ethanol did get made, but now we're stuck. No type A molasses. No tufra? No tufra? No potato? Why no potato? I have potato plantation right here. Are you guys going? No, no manure bacteria. You are in fact not going. Manure bacteria right over here. What's your problem? There is a lot of biocrud on this line. Yep. This is all completely rotted out. So, and then this goes over here, and this goes nowhere. All right, so this is the key problem. We don't have a rich clay vent. Yeah, and the biocrud heads out over there, and it's just fine. We need a rich clay vent. All right, write that down. Rich clay vent. And we'll deal with that in a second here. I'll think about it right now. Rich clay. I suppose I could just smash you into bricks, and then you are then waste brick. Which might not have a huge amount of consumption right now, but will later. Make arsenic. I can't make arsenic. Not going to make arsenic. Some of it has to go into ground sample. So it looks like I need a sorted 4 stack for rich clay, even though it doesn't have a huge throughput. Then I have to make ground sample. It's needed to clean the rich clay, in other words. And so I suppose I can just make bricks out of it and then crush the bricks into stone and then send the stone into the stone waste line. Or I could just... Do I have a concept of waste bricks? I'm pretty sure I do. Let's refresh my memory, though. It has to be in the earth line, right? I would hope so, anyway. Did I bake in the... Yeah, we have waste bricks. All right, so I take the waste clay and I turn it into waste bricks, and then it ends up in here. And then waste bricks will then be crushed into waste stone, and then it will join everything else. Okay, that's fine. That is a absolutely 100% fine way to go about this problem. So this way, and then we're going to do gravel out at some point. Not sure what that point is going to be, but it's going to go like this. And there is no way to get around that. All right, so this is a massive contraction step, 5 to 1. Even if I put in 3 full belts, we're not even going to get 1 full belt out. So just live with that. And now it's time to copy paste, right? Copy paste, copy paste. We all love copy paste. Well, this is kind of incomplete, yes? Because that guy's got a tie-in. Because this is false. Tricksy, scheming, false. And then you have to go from right there to right there. Oh, tech happened. How wonderful. A plastic recipe I don't care about. No, I don't care about lab speed. Yeah, sure. Research this. Maybe this is a good idea. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Go do it. Great. So that goes up and this goes down. Now we're ready for one more time, right? And you all get grabbed. And the edges aren't good right now. And we go down like this. And I suppose we're done. This is our 36. We are matching every other one. And I don't think I can put in another flight. Oh, I got to go get more of everything, actually. Yeah, it's just a little short compared to everything else. And if I try to put in another one, I mean, I could. No, it doesn't leave good beacon space anywhere. This is as far as I can go. All right, let's go get some more ball mills. And basically everything else, right? Yeah, nice. All right, attention, all of you. Ball mills, hands, underground belt, everything. All right, yeah. Just, it all flows into me. Where does the power go? The power goes into me. Okay, and ball mills, right? Spinny happy boys. Okay. Next up, fill in this block onto next. Next up, the horrors of mathematics, right? And we dodge that by getting gravel out first. I think I'll do that. So this has to be gravel out because here we'll consume this line for gravel out right next to everything. Because that's the line that will mess everything up if I try to put rock on it. So it's not, right? And then a little leapy and in. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. So now we have here aerial outpost for scale. We have lots of room on this one because it's so we've gained length. So maybe we just try to pretend that's not there. Just be happy that everything is a little more compact right here. And just move on and pretend we've seen nothing, right? There's probably a bunch we have to trim at the end here, right? That has to get picked up. You got to get picked up. All right, so the next building in our list is a mixer. Why do we have mixes out right now? What is your purpose, sir? It's got to be something aluminum. All right, so we need a lot of lime. Look how much lime that... Well, it is. So it's 2 lime per. Or it's 1 lime per ore. That's a lot of lime, guys. Wow, that's a lot. And a lot of phosphoric, too. Yeah, this is going to drink down a ton. All right, so we have right now 36 ball mills. And this is times 2. So we are making, look at this, 72 of the powder a second. So 72 divided by 3.33. So at least this is pretty fast too. But at the same time, it says we're going to need 22 of you, and that's probably going to be, maybe it's going to be exactly 22. If I can only get 7 in a line, I'll do a little less, and it'll be close enough. So, right here. So what are we going to do? We're going to get in and you drink how much? 20 phosphoric a second. And we need to put in 22. We need a line on phosphoric out here. Luckily, we can tap in the south. and get in direct. We're not making anywhere near enough phosphoric for this. Anyway, just kind of stick that in the back of your skull and think about it. So what we'll do is like so. It's going to be very compact, right? Except we didn't leave a via. So do that. And yeah, as I feared, the number is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And instead of consuming an entire another row, we're going to be 1 short on this. And I'm just going to have to suck it up, right? So good news and bad news here. That we have, well, we don't really have beacon space, do we? So maybe we do this instead. You know? And then Coupy and then Past. V and V. And then we will have out here. And then beacons will go on the outside. And we'll do a double mushroom right here. You know, coming up in here. And this will be logistic space. This guy will do side to side. And then water will do like this, I think. You know, the good old double mushroom play. So like that, like that, like that, and like that. And then we'll have to staple phosphoric out somehow. That'll be fine. And then the pulp just does this. And we'll gather it up in the at the bottom, in other words. And then that we'll shove that south. So like so. Is that lined up? Looks like it's lined up. And then like this, only not, please. And that's up, and that's up, and that's up. And then you're not there, you're not there, and you're not there. Okay, so that works pretty well, right? And then we have to put another one in, and then we have beacon space here, 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 and here. So all we have to do is like copy this again, probably exactly this again, and make sure it's 5 spaces apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. We have space for beacons. We have space for everything to work. We need 5 more mixers, though. So let's go take care of that. And then we'll have stage 2 done. Mixers are right there. Nice. And go put it over here. Perfect. Yes. All right, so let's hook up. Oh, as I clip directly into that. Oh, what's being blown up now? Why does it seem like there's terrible violence happening down south? Oh, we're out of bullets? That has to be a temporary thing. But being out of repair packs isn't. All right, here, let's make a note of that. Repair pack audit for embassies. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Right now, you're going to have to just live with what you're doing. All right, anyway, concentrate. So we will pull together all of the aluminum pulp stage 1 right here, right? And then like so. And then over here to so. And that's all nicely stapled. And then the phosphoric has to get stapled over here. And then we have to probably, we do it farther over here. Right there. Then we have to drag down and tap directly into a phosphoric line. And we are going to drink it dry, friends. Though, I suppose what we're doing right here is kind of a sin, right? Because we are tapping into the phosphoric inline, but at the same time, it's not really what I'm supposed to be doing. I should be drawing it from the proper outline from the buckets. you know, from the fluid storage stack. However, I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm pulling it from the maker. One of the makers is what I have to be thinking of, not the maker. Okay. Because I might make phosphoric in some other place, and that will be piped into the tanks, but not on the side that we're on right now. So it's a consideration. Oh, and now the big problem. Oh, wait. This isn't anywhere near done. What am I doing? Well, okay, yes. I am very, very much ahead of schedule right now. Because we just have to get the solids in. This isn't just a fluid transformation. All right, so we're using this space as beacon space. So this has to all just change configuration here. Here, phosphoric, be gone. This is not going to be how it works out. So what we're going to have to do then is a couple belts. We're going to have to do really stripy belts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to have to be like this, right? And then we're just going to have lime in right here. Or, you know, something like lime. And then you're like there. And then the ore has to come in right here. And we just alternate, yeah? And then lime, and then ore, and then lime. Okay. And it's going to take such a huge amount of lime to keep this going. I really cannot get Zillifo up fast enough. And it probably expects that, right? Given that it's tied in with Vanabins. And Vanabins are all they're made from arthropod blood. And so it would be expected that I have lime processing up and going, but for right now I don't. All right, don't pay attention to that. This is unimportant to me at the moment. What is important is getting this up and going correctly. And I declare that the powder lines are like so, right? So you don't even need to do this. And then we'll do lime from here. And then like right here, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Didn't finish that off. All right, and so lime right here and lime right there. So, okay. This will work. And then we'll just stick you right there. And then this will come down like so. And then we'll have a lime dinosaur in. No, lime caravan, actually. A dinosaur won't be able to do the throughput I need. And then at some point I'll make a little hole through here, probably like right here. And that will be how I get the pulp one out. All right, so this leads to problems with the phosphoric, right? Well, I can fix that. I don't have to have problems if I don't want to. I am in control of my life. And by doing that, I give up nothing, but gain the world. All right, so good. Then that's the water, except water is not filled in right there. Is this for real I'm looking at? Is this happening anywhere else? Yeah, right there and right there. Okay. Okay. Maybe, in fact, I am going crazy. Would not be a surprise. All right, and we'll get the water in from up here because we have the spot. We have the area open, right? How much water we need? 66. 66 times, so it's each one of the tanks, the pumps can handle what, 8? And so we need 3. Got it. So just going to handle that right now, I suppose. Well, I suppose I should wait until everything comes in. And then do it at the end like I've been doing. Well, whatever. We'll make it work. Maybe I do just a universal water line too. Which is, well, not universal, but just used everywhere. I mean, this is nice, but it could be a lot nicer. Yeah, we'll start with this, right? Maybe we'll just assume we're going to have to make do something different with the next step. A more intelligent man would look ahead and know exactly what is coming, but you do not need me to help you fill in the end of this joke. Okay, so what we want now. Oh, and there is no good way of doing this. Well, maybe it'll be artistic enough. Okay, good. No, this is already looking pretty much like trash. But whatever. Oh, and it doesn't... I haven't even put down the hands, so it's foolish to have done this. And it's just all pointed in, right? No. All pointed in. Pointed in, pointed in, pointed in, pointed in, pointed in. Alright, great. Then I just copy... Well, I probably shouldn't have done it on the very last one. How about that? Alright, one more time. Beacon space is in the middle. So in, followed by in. Double check. That one's out for some reason. This is why we double check. Because we aren't exactly what is commonly referred to as competent. And we should probably do up here too. And we will make it through this. 100%. There is a future for us if we just persevere. Just kind of like so. Right? I should be able to do this. And then this. And I'll put down the last one by hand. Okay. Alright, so now it's time to light this up. By going right here and then straight down. Oh, there is no escaping the triangle. Yeah, there is. We shall escape the triangle. Oops. Too much. There we go. And then once more right there. We kind of have it right. This kind of feels okay. And that's good. And that's, you know, there were ideas at some point. There were ideas were had. If I can connect that and that, here, we can fix this. Take a moment and actually do it right, right? It's like you're supposed to be connected right here, and then you are not connected here. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait. And then you are connected back to here, question mark. What am I doing wrong? How am I messing this up so badly? And then you stop, right? Oh my god, it's getting worse. It's getting worse all the time. I'm meddling with forces I do not understand. And you get clipped, right? There. That looks okay. That looks pretty neat, honestly, except for over there, but what are you going to do? All right. We have water. We don't have phosphorus. phosphoric, excuse me. But that is but a pipe away. We will plug you in again. Good. 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 All right. There. Phosphoric is now in. We have nowhere near enough. But pretty good for right now, I suppose. Now we go get a whale full of lime. And just toss it right here. All right, that's fine with me. Mr. Whale, let's speak of what must be done. Whale hungry. Go and get lime, good sir. Which is right here. Fill cargo, add destination right here, empty cargo. And we are going to eat through our entire lime supply very quickly. All right, and so I think we're good here. And that's everything. So now we can move on, and we move on to agits. Oh, I don't have agits on me. Like, not even a little bit. All right, agitator, and then we're not going to do the electric arc furnace step, and then leaching. So we need agits, which are right here, I think. Yes. And we had some. Maybe we should figure out how many we need before I just start picking stuff up. That's 100% not my style. And a leaching station. Yeah, that should probably be enough, right? Hopefully, maybe, perhaps. Down here, and now I really hope I can shove it all in the bottom of this square. Agits are small. All right, what are we doing? Where are you, agitator? Which for some reason I cannot see right there. See, they're small. We should definitely be able to do this no matter what. I feel good about this. All right, so aluminum pulp stage 2. So this produces 66.6 a second times 66.6. It really loves its thirds. The entire processing stacks for ore just loves thirds. 1/3, 2/3. Anyway, when going full blast, this will produce 1,440 of stage 1. And we come down here, and it's just a pass-through. Okay, so we're going to need exactly as many up there as above, so below. And so we should be able to do this. We need 21 of these guys in place. It's going to be, oh no, not super easy. How much steam? 200 steam in each. Oh no. Oh no, friends. 200 steam in each. This makes it very, very, very difficult. All right, I declare this block right here is the steam land. We don't do this here at all. We move down. This entire block up in here is just to produce the correct amount of steam. How much is that going to be? I have no idea. Because each one of these is going to need four boilers. So I'm going to need like 100 boilers in here just to do the basics. And that's not good. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I suppose it does do like that. All right, so that's a... God, these things are ugly to work with. And that's all for 1 here. And then we put that in. And here's a block of 10. And this is, grossly insufficient. I don't even know what else to say. Just absolutely insufficient, not fit for purpose. I suppose I'll leave room for vias in between. All right, so we do something like this, right? And that was 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 electric boilers, all going at 60 a second. We're going to have to be speed boosting these guys. There's just nothing for it. And they're all hooked up right there, and then you guys get hooked up. And no, not like that. Probably should have done this before, right? And then, yeah, this is 400. 40, all doing 60. So 40 times 60 divided by 200. This can support 12. So we need a whole nother block of these right here. So Koopy, and then like so. And just assume that one day we can beacon these properly. Like, that's not an awesome assumption right there. Alright, so this should all be steaming in all the way. So we need hope. And we might be beaconing these somehow. This is enough for 24, and I'm only putting in 21. This is still an enormous amount of steam, an enormous energy draw. I do not know. I do not know. 1,000 times I do not know. And we're just going to have to come back and fetch more and more repeatedly. Okay, at the end of the episode, come back and try to sweep it up again. Did I get any of these? Good. All right, back again. Already aluminum, full of surprises. Wow, 200 steam a pop. Oh, and I suppose another thing I should have done is put power in. But, you know, once again, that involves foresight, which is clearly not something I do. Does this hit you all? Will that hit them all? No, it will not. And that hits it all. Okay, good. So pull these together, and you go right there. And pull these together, and you go right there. And that's everybody getting hooked up for power. And this is just determined to do it in the worst way possible. At least that's a nice design. Yeah, I can get behind that. So what we do now is we pull out to right here and then up. And we wish several times things were different. Okay, so why aren't you getting all the water in the world? I don't get it. Why is it taking so long? Oh, is it splitting between so many, and that's the real problem? Okay, I understand. And then to cap this off, we have a steam line right here. And this is how we do it. And we have room for a few more in here, and we have room to pull it apart and put beacons everywhere. Yeah, I have very little confidence in what I've done right now. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of problems here, but it's not going to show up as problems for a while, right? And that's what counts, I think. That's what I've been led to believe anyway. We still have a few more. 80 electric boilers. 80. You just have to keep going back and getting more. Going back and getting more. Trying to avoid the purple of shame in the screenshot afterwards. All right, don't look at this. This is a big problem. What I need right now is it's a simple liquid-liquid transformation. We need to put in 21 of these. Yeah, 21 is a simple liquid pass-through. And then right here, and so you're obviously doing this right here. And then you're going like that, like that. And I'm just going to build a nice little standard cube. Then beacon space, I don't know where it is. Maybe I need to pull them apart a little bit, like 2 in here, and then beacon space is right there. Or don't do that entirely. And there's the beacon space. Actually, wait a second. Big V. And then cut. Bang, bang, bang. Cut. And then right there, there's the beacon space. Got it. Like a pro. Will I be able to get 10 and 10 in here? And then I'll just have to call it at that. Like, okay, have to is a very strong way to put it. Going to call it. No, we can't put 5 in line. We only can put 9 in line. Oh, so we're going to have a lot of extra adjets here, huh? So the number is 24. And this is 5. And you're lined up correctly, right? Sure looks like it. And if I do this like this, it hangs over, so it already doesn't work. So 2 lines is not going to cut it. So I guess we just do this. And then, well, we cut these 2. And then we leave a via in the exact middle, right? All right, so there's the via. And so we have 8. So we want 3 rows of these. And a big V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful beacon space. And then right here. Right, and so now that was 24. All right, so then, well, honestly, we've done this just wrong. Pick it all up, give it a big V. And then like right there, I think. Right there. Right, beacon space right there, beacon space right there. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Then we need another pack of agitators. We're gonna need more coming up, so just go get more. And also, it's time for your boilers. If I could control myself. Agit. Oh. It's going to have to go make me more. And it's just completely out of electric boilers right now. It's going to be a stupid power draw on this. But this is done. All right, so, and it's just a liquid-liquid transformation. So no need to put lines anywhere. No need to get out the hands. All right, like so. Go in the work right there. All right, so all we really need to do is now connect up all this stuff. So looks like we're going to do steam line right here. Then we get to move forward. Okay, great. And then steam straight in right here. And you will get all the steam, all of it, as soon as we can get more boilers at work here. And the one The first kind of pulp should definitely be coming like this. Oh, is this going to prohibit putting beacons over here? No, not if I put the second stage pulp at the bottom. And then it's just going to kind of be something's wrong. 1 into 1, 2 to 2. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Okay. So this has to be done for all of them, right? 2 to 2. Horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. And then horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. Okay, like this. And then clip. And the 2 will come out the bottom. It will be nice and symmetrical like that. And the pulp level 1 will come out right here. We will drag it down. And then you come in right here then. Nice. So right there. And then we will trim it down here as well too. Safety first. Yeah, and then just staple together all of the aluminum pulp too, right here. And that will be it for this, and we can move on. And this is the end of aluminum processing stage 2, isn't it? And now we're into stage 2.5, and then we're going to go clean through it into stage 3. Oh, that's off-center, offline. That is just wrong. It's just a screw up. All right, so that's hooked up. That's hooked up. Steam in. Not nearly enough, but I'm working on getting the boilers. I trimmed everything properly. No, I didn't trim the end of the steam lines. So right there, right there. Okay, time to move on, friends. Where does stage 2 go? Stage 2 either crashes out or goes to stage 3 in a leaching station. Leaching station, on the field, please. Tell me a story about what's going on. Once again, we have 21 of these, and they are making 66.6 liquid every single moment. That's 1,440. Now to make stage 3, we're going to need to bring in Alimac. And we're going to need fewer of these, right? This eats 226 per. So divide by 266, 266, 266. Like that. So we only need 6 of these guys. All right. So we're in the condensation stage, which, thank you, Lord. Thank you. And that's... yeah, like this. Now that's all lined up, except we want V and V so that the 2 comes in on the top. That's fine. The 3 will come in on the bottom. And then this is not beacon space. So let's just reserve a little thought for a second and just keep moving forward, right? Because we obviously have a lot more space here. And let's try to rough it out. And then we'll probably get to the end of this box right here, and then we'll just be done. Or maybe before. We have to bring in Alimac, and we have to exhale iron oxide. All right, that's fine. But then you go from 3. I bet you go to 4. And then 4 is in another agit. And this produces just water. It takes water and makes tailings. Okay, that's fine. Agit. How many of you are we going to need? All right, so we need stage 4. So we have these 5.5 that are going to be running. And it's a pass-through again. It takes in 266. It exhales 266, which is unfortunate because now this guy only needs we need the same 21 now. Yeah, we need 21 again. So that's going to be it for the end of this, for this block, and probably for this episode. This at least is a condensation step. 66.6 goes in, and only 33.3 comes out. So we have to do this again. So we're just going to copy this entire thing and see if this is worthwhile doing, right? And we decided, inline first. And then put that like right here, right there. We're going to need some adjets. That's fine. Really need more repair packs down there. All right, so this is beacon space. That is beacon space. Either one can have beacon space here. So we're just going to bring this up then. This was a little overzealous of me. Like if beacon space is on top, then we should plan to put the beacon space there for number 3. Or just leave area. I don't know. Let's set this up correctly first. You gotta go to stage 4. So all you guys are 4s. And I don't know why I'm changing them all, because it probably isn't hooked up correct. And it's a liquid-liquid transformation. No, it does work fairly well. And the only problem is we're going to need another line up top. Right here. That worked surprisingly well. All I have to do is pick up all of these. Oh, we're out of pipe. Okay, I don't have a crystal clear picture on how I'm going to have the beacons work here, but I know they're going to work, so let's not ask too many questions. All right, let's go get some more adjets. Let's go get any boilers that happen to be there. Let's go and get a lot more pipe. And let's finish this episode out strong, right? No boilers. That's not a great sign. Pipe, please. Like so, and that's probably okay for right now. And then adjets are over here. And we need many more of these. Yeah, many more. So let's go start raiding the bins. That's where we are. Adjet. Oh, right up there. Nice, I say. No, I need that. I need it. Give it to me. No. And once again, I've forgotten the muscle memory for transferring everything. I need help. Where are you guys going? Oh, you're giving me pipe. But I don't need it anymore. Boiler. Where are you? You are up 2, over 2. And we'll snag what we have. I don't think there's any way we're going to avoid having purple squares of shame. Oh, it's not even... There's no buffer here. Ooh. We're short of iron plate. And you know the law, right? Whenever you see that there's something short, add more. Yeah, go... We have plenty of room on the belt. Go to 3K. We shall not be short of iron ever again. And the belt's only going to get longer. So, good. Okay, so creation wave. Boom. So at least this won't be terribly shameful. And then up here, this is a mess. This might be half done. It probably is a little more than half done. All right, so let's hook up step 3 and step 4, and then we're going to call it. And that'll be a good episode right there. So what are we doing here? There's 2 3s, so we should try to leave. Well, that's really awkward, isn't it? So I guess we do this. And if this will be beacon space right here, and there's not very good beacon space here. Okay. All right, so things are getting a little more complicated here because there just isn't room to put beacons anymore, just small beacons. How do I feel about this? I feel like I need to do something about it, I suppose. And the answer would be to move over by 2 and then over by 2 and then over by 2, but I don't think I have the space, right? It's like to move everything over by 2, or would it be every other block? If it's every other block, it'll be tolerable, right? Let's try it and see what happens. Worst thing that happens is the bots start rebelling against me. All right, that opens up explicit beacon space right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, perfect. Then we have to do the same thing right here. Okay. And we may be able to make this, right? Yeah, it'll just fit. It'll just fit. Yeah, it just fits. Okay. That's kind of magical, honestly. It is a sign. A sign I am on the right path. I have received an omen, my brothers. I know. I have full confidence in our path now. Perfect. All right, we'll work on hooking the rest of you up in a second here. So beacon space is now kind of internal, except for right up here, we have to do something about you. This is beacon space, so pick these guys up. All right, I'm thinking about 4 when I should be thinking about 3. So we'll leave, so beacon will be right here. Okay, so we'll count on that space being used. So we'll use this up here. And it'll be like this, right? And then koopy, koopy, koopy. And we can even move this up a little bit if we want to. And we probably do want to because it has a material component out. And then this will come like so. Oh, this is the 2 in. So this is going to link up here kind of directly, right? I really hope I'm able to do this. It's misaligned, which means... What have I done? Copy, paste, paste. All right, that's better. Calming voices. Concentrate on what we're doing, and what we're doing will be fabulous. It will be absolutely great. There will be no cause to mourn or cry out in sadness anywhere. And we're going to snuggle this up as much as we can for right now, because this is beacon space and this is utility space. And actually we'll just pull the Almac line up, and that will also be used right here. And for right now, I'm going to have Almac delivered by biofluid. I think we're going to be using, what, 200 a second? That's really kind of edgy for biofluid, and frankly, edgy for my production capabilities. But we'll try it this way first and see if we meet with success or terrible failure. All right, so now we have to pull the oxide out, and that's trivial. That can always be done in beacon space. So like so. And then over this way. And we will be getting very close to being done here. All right, it's just right here, right? And then aerial caravan. Probably don't even need an aerial caravan. But for completeness, to show that I do honor to the process, I will only allocate the most versatile and useful servants. All right, whale on the field. Your job, whale hungry. Add destination right here. Fill cargo. Take this. This is waste oxide. It goes to the earth stack, and waste oxide gets dunked in right there. Empty cargo. This is your life. There you go. On you go, my friend. All right, so that is taken care of. Oh, we don't have Alamac in. All right, so drag down biofluid. Hopefully I have enough underground vessels. It's actually a really, really good question whether I have enough. Oh, we're going to have to energy drink this, huh? Where are you? Everything is harder. I still haven't had time to get to the graphics problem. See, look, it's still... I know exactly what it's doing. Not sure exactly on how to fix it at the moment. But, I mean, knowing where the problem is, what lines of code are causing it is 3/4 of having it solved. Here, we're going to go back a bit. And I guess we're going to come off the other side. And we're going to try the new paradigm again. Actually, we usually do this, right? No, this is dumb. We're going to do it like this. Requester tank, like so. Go get me Alamac. In maximum quantity, of course. Why are you not hooked up? You really should be hooked up. I do not understand, he says for the millionth time. Then Alamac is in right there. Okay. Oh, this is dangerous right here. All right, so why are we not hooked up to biofluid? He asks. What has gone wrong? He asks. Oh, why is that happening? He asks. Right here, across to here. Like, none of you have any problems, right? If I just go throw down a requester right now, there won't be an issue. Yeah? Yeah, you're hooked up. So, therefore, I messed up right here, right? Therefore, it is in fact all my fault. Frankly, I'm going to blame the energy drink. It usually is. All right, Alamac coming in. All right, so stage 2 is done. Stage 3 is now done. All we have to do is well, okay, almost done. We have to power it up. Yeah, I really have to go distribute repair kits over there. It's just going through material and it shouldn't. All right, there you go. So, not quite aligned by any stretch of the imagination, but I want to say we have made very good progress here. All right, so next up. Well, wait a second. We haven't... The 3 doesn't need to be stapled. We have a line for 3 right now. And so where does 3 come in here? It's in the center. So where are we putting beacons? Here and here. Therefore, it should come in down here, right? That makes sense? So let's turn this right around and let's staple it at the bottom. So right here. And then V will pull it over. Good. And then like so, and then like so. Then like so, and then like so. Then like so, and then figure out where the 3 is coming from, right? The 3 is gathered together right here, so we'll go maximum, right? No, we'll go on the same line. No, not on the steam. We'll go on the maximum over right here. And then leap down all the way, and then attach it in. Pulp stage 3 in. Good. And that's all hooked up. Great. And now, did I handle water over here correctly? I mean, that's a big maybe, right? Yeah, it is, because I put the water on the other side. Yeah, just like this. And then you guys did that. And then the adjets over here only need steam, yeah? Yeah, you need steam. Now these adjets need water. And how much water? 100 each, and we have 21. So we're going to need 6 pumps on this, which we can put right here, because there's no solid part to this. You know? And we should take advantage of that fact. So right here is going to be where it goes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe we can't do it like this, huh? Well, at least not as well as I thought I would be able to. And your water, this is nowhere near enough. Okay, it's exactly half. Half is somewhere in the vicinity. Like, I would begin to say nowhere near starts at around 10%. That's where you live in disappointment. Okay, and then just turn it on. And we're going to see if we can put down 3 more of these at some other point. But for right now, water in. Is it enough to power? Wait a second, we only need 4, right? Yeah. 100 each, and there's 21. Yeah, we only need 4 of these. We need to put in 1 more somewhere. And that shouldn't be hard on the other side. Just leap up. Okay, Mr. Whale, I need you to go do a lap. Yes, I know you don't have anything. Yes, I know this is a futile mission. I just need you out of my hair for a moment. Like that, and like that. And that is all the water we're going to need, right? Yeah, that's enough to do 24, and we only have 21 here. All right, water in, pulp in. Stage 4 out. Are you gathered up anywhere? No. Well, yes, actually. You're gathered up right there. It came with me importing all this. So, good. That's all done. All that's left is getting tailings out. Which I am more than happy to do right now. So we just have to have a line. I don't think we're even crowded right now. So if this would be what I would want right here. Is there any problem with this line? Except it's definitely going to be on the, yeah, it's in the middle of all this stuff. So do I go in a little more and be just a little more artistic about it? Like right here instead? This is probably better, I think, but it's going to be in competition. So it's right to the left of the biofluid. Yeah, it's open. It is open. It's completely open. All right, good. We do this then. This is tailings out. Good and good and good. And this will be where I call it, right? Getting kind of tired, getting real tired, honestly. hopefully it all works out. And then tomorrow we do more. And then after that we do Vanabins. Fueled by blood imported from the south. The blood tribute from the southerners shall make the north factory strong. Listen, my brothers. They give us gifts of their very blood in order to appease us. This is how you know they are ours in every way. Right there, right there, right there. I wonder what it would take to set up Biter Hunger Games. I think that would be pretty funny, honestly. All right, so we're going to do one more sweep and pick up a couple more electric boilers. I know there isn't going to be enough. Where are we in doing this? Aluminium Proc. This is another 2-day, because this was only half a day, honestly. We got through 4. And now we do one more step, followed by 2 more steps, followed by 3 more steps, and then we get alumina, and then we smelt it, and then we cast it. So it's 3 more steps and then 2 more. So we'll finish this tomorrow. Real easy. Okay, 4 more steps because we have to deal with the vanidates. All right, that's fine. No problem whatsoever, my friends. Where is boilers? There's one there. And don't I have... Oh, no, don't put my... God. Don't put the good bots in there. Absolutely not. Ba-boom, the power. Ba-boom, the power. Ba-boom. So we'll fill in a few more blocks. Cannot escape the purple of shame. Hopefully we'll have more production tomorrow. I think that's Alamac being delivered, right? Yeah, plenty of Alamac coming out. Okay, great. Absolutely, positively fantastic. Let's wrap up and talk about my wonderful life as of today. So right here, zoom in, UI off, attempt to get it centered, attempt basic competence. I made this graphic. I should know where the center point is, but like, yeah, we're going to call this the first shot. All right, here we go. Screenshot. Ooh, excuse me. Problems. All right, screenshot. Now, what did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Firstly, we reviewed all of the sugar science we did over here. We reviewed molasses type A, molasses type B, ethanol into sweet syrup, into sugar, into concentrated seed syrup, and then lastly, we finally made energy drink right here, severing one more tie between us and the South Factory. In order to make ethanol, this is clearly the correct place to make ethanol. We needed to put Zogna bacteria up and going, so we went and did a Zogna line right here. It was very easy, very straightforward, because we left a block right here for anything that needs heat, and so it just plugged in right away. Next thing that needs heat goes down here if it doesn't fit right there. So that is that plan. Next up, we started on aluminum. So we did all the basic math. We resolved to import arthropod blood as a blood sacrifice from the South Factory in order to do vanabins right here, because vanadium processing is intertwined with full aluminum processing, because there is a unavoidable byproduct in the aluminum processing line which makes vanidates. And there's no way to vent it except venting it, which I'm not going to do, except to do the full vanadium line. And I don't want to do creature processing in order to get the blood, so I'm going to import the blood to fake it up to do full vanadium processing to vent the weirdo waste product from the aluminum line. But aluminum line is looking compact. I think we'll probably be able to get through everything in this block, maybe splitting onto this block, maybe. And then that will leave this block as future and this block as future, leaving these two for like smelting stuff and for making alloys. That's coming soon. But then down here we'll make the alumina and then into the molten aluminum and then the plates. That is the continued plan. So it's going to fit very well. Then we'll go over here and we'll do alumina. We'll do we'll do vanidates and get vanadium pentoxide. And then after that, we'll return to the line and we'll do nickel right here. Nickel's next. And whatever's, I think it's tin. Tin looks kind of purpley, don't you think? That's tin. Anyway, it's coming along just fine. But for right now, I am done. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.